alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone.
Oh my God. It's too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone.
How do you dress like this? What are you a prostitute? I'm serious.
Sir, please leave.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone.
Oh my God. It's too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone.
How do you dress like this? What are you a prostitute?
How many different ways does she need to say the same thing? And he's commenting on her clothes. Like he has no fucking idea what she just said. And so we call that stalking. It is a felony in the state of Oklahoma to stalk, peep, hack. And witness tampering is also a felony. And I believe the conversations have been the charge will be witness tampering. The act will be grand larceny with intent to coerce. I guess it's witness tampering and coercion or something. He hasn't written it up yet, but I think he's getting awfully close. Grand larceny with intent to coerce, interference with contracts and commerce with intent to coerce, and deprivation of food and shelter with intent to coerce. And we can't let her stay in Oklahoma. Maybe she should go to New Mexico. Maybe we shouldn't let her go to Mexico. New Mexico? Where should we let her? Maybe Albuquerque. Maybe get her back to Texas so we can do more to her. And you're caught. And you're caught when you do it to me. Any other victims have that kind of information before you do it? Why is that? Why is it different when you do it to me? Do you know? I mean, you guys are slow. We're not going to finger paint this for you. You figure it out. So we're dealing with someone like this. This is the Charles Perry Stalker podcast. This is Cynthia Ortiz. I'll do the disclaimer while I'm looking for the damn date. When you're running for your life and you're trying to like survive and you feel like you're like, your life is nothing like normal. You forget sometimes what the date is. I know that it's Monday. It's Martin Luther King Day. I know that. It is the 16th of January, 2023. And so we'll do the disclaimer. Use allegedly. Nobody's been found guilty in a court of law just yet. Apply the but-for legal standard. If Mr. Perry wasn't doing all this stuff to me, we wouldn't document it in podcasts. We get the information before, and they have no idea how that works or who's getting it from them to me. We've heard Mr. Perry's speculations, and of course he asks me. He at one point it was aliens from Roswell and shapeshifters. Then it was Medicare. Medicare's catching crime these days. Then it was Macy's. Then it was Kohl's. Then it was Starbucks. The most bizarre questions. We don't even have words to describe the strange-o things that Mr. Perry's asked. Is it this person or is it that? Then it was LAPD, then it was NYPD, then it was, there's some Tulia PD, then it was Dallas PD. He's asked about different, and then it was Tulsa PD, then it was, who's catching my crime? I want you to call them and stop, tell them to stop stopping my crime. And Little John, it was Little John. I'm like, just call them and tell them to stop stopping your crime. If that's who you think it is, call them and tell them to stop stopping your crime, okay? Call Medicare, tell them don't stop stopping your crime. And so there has been a lot of phone calls, and I guess it's making me a fucking legend. And it's making, other people see Mr. Perry as the crazy man he is. He's got Huntington's disease. The police told me that, Mr. Perry. I didn't, so who got that from you to me? Was it up to you? Was it up to Lucius? Was it up to Calvin? Who was it up to that we got that information? None of y'all. It was up to the people that want to charge you for all the crap you're doing to me. So we get the information beforehand. We do these to document it and so that I can express my intent, because Mr. Perry is in his delusion somehow convinced himself that he was my spokesperson, and he is not. I'm a grown woman. I speak for me. Nobody says what I understood or misunderstood, but me. I'm the only one that does that. I'm 53 years old. I did have a 3.9 GPA on the dean's list every semester in college, 3rd year, criminal justice college. Until Mr. Perry and his little cronies sat down and had a meeting and tried to figure out how to make me fail. So they'll do things like, get my schedule busy, where, I'm just trying to make enough money to eat. DoorDash for me is not DoorDash for everybody else. DoorDash for me is 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. They do that on purpose. They're controlling the orders. They hacked my phone. Hacking is a felony. That's where the grand larceny with intent to coerce comes in. That is where the interference with contracts and commerce with intent to coerce comes in. So when you're sitting in jail for those charges, click and bang, poke and peep, well, I'm going to come ask you if you think it's cute now. Is it cute now when I quote you? Is it cute now? Is it cute when I quote you? Because when you contact me, when you cause a problem for me, they're going to cause 20 for you. You invade my privacy, they'll invade yours. They're doing that for a case, but it's turning out to be a tit for tat, isn't it? Take something from me, they take something from you. Right, Sanjay? I told you to leave me the fuck alone. I don't like you. You're ugly. You're nasty. You're depraved. You're gross. You're perverted. You're sick. You're twisted. And you're rejected. And you're bizarre. And you're boring. So Mr. Perry has Huntington's disease, we understand. It causes delusion, hallucinations, psychosis, and the inability to reason. No cognitive reasoning. Can't put 2 and 2 together to save his life. Half the time has no fucking idea what you just said. We heard that a long time ago. He went into somebody's office and asked if he could hurt me. And the guy said, why does he always want to hurt her? Why can he not just leave her alone? I moved, by the way, twice to get away from Mr. Perry and not have a fight and not have to deal with that. It is cancer. And it's killing people, literally. So he can't eradicate himself any more than cancer can eradicate itself. He actually thinks I care what he thinks. Like this guy, he's telling her what he thinks about her clothes. Looney Tune guy here. And making a fool of himself. She didn't care what he thinks about her clothes. She didn't ask him, did she? What'd she ask him to do? Leave me the fuck alone. In a civilized society, we don't put up with that shit. You go to jail. Mr. Perry. So somebody's doing something, or I wouldn't know. You guys just said we can't allow her to stay in Oklahoma. I'm a grown woman, and when I heard that you said that, was it up to you that I got that? Yeah, it wasn't, was it? So until they decided, with my assignments, I'm not getting my assignments done incorrectly and getting a bad grade. It's my grade point average dropped to 3.64. They made it where I couldn't get them in at all. How can we make one woman fail? All these guys, all these men have a meeting. How can we make one woman fail? She's catching our crime. But I can't do that by myself. Right? I can out-sting up anybody. 6 years in a strip club, not one slip up. You have not one name of the guys on our team. Not even one. And I'm going to name a bunch of your people. Calvin, who's bald and fat. Sanjay, your hacker. Geppetto, your witch. Blankenship, Desiree, Beverly, Kate. Right? Those people who work for you. James, Reuben, Muffin Man. Rumpelstiltskin is your code words to whatever bullshit you want to do. So the guy's like, you have leaks, we don't. We don't have leaks. You have leaks, we don't have leaks. Mr. Perry, again, no one cares what you think. No one fucking understands why you do that. No one fucking understands why you fucking do that. It's fucked up, weird. You're a fucking weirdo. Don't get out of my phone. When I'm doing these podcasts, because he's a little peeping Tom, a little wannabe, like John Hinckley watching TV pretending, and he hacked me. He started trying to talk to me like he thinks this is a conversation. Start typing in my other phone. And if I stop and go like, shut the hell up, he sometimes does. Okay, but I'll tell you this. No one fucking understands why the fuck you think I care what you think. Didn't ask you, Connie Curry, did I? You're a little butt-in. Little, like this guy, just pest. Just a fucking pest. So, you're not allowed to treat a woman like that in America. So he's telling this guy, the guy's like, he always comes in our office and he wants to know if he can do this and that and whatever to hurt Cynthia. Why is he, the hell's he want to always hurt her? And so we'll explain, no, you can't do that. And we'll sit down and explain to him why he can't do that. And he acts like he understands, and he leaves, and he comes back a day or two later and asks the exact same question. So it's like he's got Alzheimer's or something. Our shrink said a long time ago, he will not pass cognitive reasoning tests of my first grade patients. He won't do it. He can't. There's something wrong with him. Alzheimer's, senile dementia, I don't know. Well, then we find out he's got Huntington's disease. So that explains it. He's not just mentally ill. He's also got some mental retardation due to aging. So there's nothing wrong with that unless it becomes crime causation and you're infringing on other people's legal rights. Like my right to privacy. Like my right to make money and you fuck off. Like my right to talk to my friends and you butt out of it and fuck off. Same thing with my family. Same thing with everybody. Okay? My guy said she's not to be broke again in July 2022. She's not to have her privacy invaded again. Mr. Perry is not to contact her again, ever. Not in any way, shape, or form. You don't have any alibi to prove you're doing anything but what I say. Because you sit on your fat, lazy ass all day, perverting around, making weird noises, and bothering everybody. Sir, stop it. You don't have a choice. As much as you're told on and caught and told, we don't know, nobody understands why you people think you have a choice when you're told to cut it the hell out. You have leaks, we don't. We got names, we've got quotes you guys in your fucking meetings every damn day. For 7 years. This didn't happen once or twice. This hasn't happened for a month or a day or a week. It's every day for 7 years, all day long. And you just go right back at it. Do you like getting caught? Because the thing is when you do it to me, that's what happens. You invade my privacy, they invade yours. You take some from me, they take some from you. Do you like that? Because it seems like you do. Otherwise, you'd stop. Otherwise, you'd leave me the fuck alone. So, but for all that, I wouldn't do these podcasts to document and express my intent. I'm a grown woman. This is a free country. We don't do misogyny. It's as bad as racism. We don't do misogyny. It's as bad as racism. Get off Noah's Ark, princess. Men's men do not pick on women. Men's men are chivalrous. They'll give up their chair for a lady. Not you. And that's why you're alone. You don't have a real love life. You don't have a real date. Nobody's trying to hold your hand. You're a fucking rejected fail. Maybe all of you don't have a real love life. You know why? Because you're fucking misogynist pigs. You hate women. Because if you like women, you do what women like, and you try to attract them. There's millions of men happily married in a great relationship or dating or whatever, actually holding a woman's hand. And you don't have that, and you may never have that. Charles for sure won't. Where's Jacqueline, your wife, when you betray her trust and your commitment to her and chase a woman in Oklahoma can't stand you? You didn't try to attract me. You're just a damn rapist. That's all you are. Sex weirdo. We're all tired of dealing with it. I came here to get away from you and be with my family. We're all sick of dealing with this. So, apply the but for legal standard, but for him, he's the causation of the crime due to his whack job problem. And nutty, let me tell you something. If Mr. Perry and I were actually in any kind of relationship where I had legal rights to do so, I would put him in a nursing home. I would have a long time ago. He can't fucking function. It is not functioning to sit on your fat ass and watch TV and make weird noises all day. It's not. Play with little girl toys. That's what we understand you do. You don't have an alibi to prove otherwise. Right? It's pathetic. It is absolutely pathetic. Just sit around ruining people. That's a great way to get everybody hating you and leaking. So, different when you do it to me, but it's the same every time you do it. It's like you like that. And I assert all constitutional rights, especially equal protection against gender discrimination in the application of the laws I just said. Witness tampering, coercion, stalking, hacking, peeping, all of that. Abuse of power. So let's try. This is Mr. Perry, how you come across to everybody else. Just a pain in the fucking butt.
Sir, please leave.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
What do you want?
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone.
Stepdad's been raping you since
Leave
you
me
were 12 years
alone.
old.
Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone.
Oh my God. It's too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone.
How do you dress like this? What are you a prostitute? I'm serious.
Sir, please leave.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want proof of this.
And this is how, I mean, this is how you come across to everybody else. This is how everybody else sees you guys. So we don't have leaks, you do. We can get information, you can't. You can't name one guy helping me.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her. And you need to leave her alone. And this is Bacon.
Stepdad's been raping you.
Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude.
Stepdad's been raping you.
Alright, so, oh, also, if I'm talking in the third person, I'm quoting someone else. So there's that too. Alright, so this is, I guess, there was a meeting today. We heard most of it. There was some arguing about, you know, blaming who's he came up here and he's the golden boy of West Texas, and everybody just went for it. And now look, now he's the mentally ill, you know, diagnosed, and all that time he was delusional. And yeah, here's the thing, rule of thumb: do the right thing because it's the right thing to do, and then you won't be embarrassed later. Because all the stuff comes out in the wash eventually. It just does. God is not mocked. You reap what you sow. And these guys already are, in a lot of ways. They invade my privacy. There are people invading theirs to get me stuff like this. And apparently the guy said, whoever was just, what, you guys meeting with a consultant? Or who can help us figure out who these guys are? Blah, 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 something like that. And he's like, first of all, this changed everything forever. This right here changed everything forever. And they act like they have no idea what it means that she has this. And that's been said about a gazillion times. This is very detailed, it's very specific, and then he did it. He varied it a little bit, but he's actually still trying to do it. So, how did she get that? Who got that from him to her? What other victim has it? Because you have a lot of victims, I'm not the only one. That's what's taking so long. A lot of victims, a lot of jurisdictions, and a lot of offenders. So that takes a little while. Probably would have gone faster had Tulsa police got you on the obstruction, or done the first thing, you know, tested my blood to get the arsenic, the evidence of arsenic. Because if Mr. Perry wasn't trying to kill me with arsenic, they had to make sure I had a blood test. And then there would have been a drama queen, you know, press conference. We tested her. She's not got it. She claimed that we gave her arsenic. We had a blood test. There's nothing in it. He would have made sure to test me if he wasn't but the thing is he knew it was going to come out positive, right? Positive for arsenic. So he made sure there was no blood test. He illegally detained me, prevented by physical force, and delayed the reporting of his crime to police. Title 18, United States Code 1512, 1513 prohibits all such things. So, Tulsa police could have got him on attempted murder, assault, and assault with a deadly, and when that, after that, obstruction of justice, destruction of my evidence, perjury. I'm not sure about the perjury. The perjury he did in Texas, so that would have been in Texas where he actually committed the crime of perjury. But the rest of it, he did in Oklahoma. So guess what else? Guess what the second one of that was? Whatever they did to Michael Neely, also obstruction of justice, destruction of evidence, right? On a car vandalism complaint filed 6 days before a murder of a cop that was trying to help me. So you did the same thing with both Mike and I. You drugged us. When we don't die, you do a false arrest. That's your pattern. We spot patterns the second time you do it, because we're not slow. We're really, really smart. We can outthink you in our sleep. We have been for a long time. That's how we got this McNamara email right here. It's called McNamara email. I sent it in October 2015. He's going to do a false arrest and try to coerce me and entice and threaten. Mr. Perry, it's all about the threats. He threatened me this morning. You're going to always struggle. Am I? You're about to go to prison. You have leaks, I don't. I'm quoting you guys every day. So tell me that again. What was that again? I'm sorry. I'm going to always struggle. Go ahead. Say that one more time. Maybe you're going to take your dress off and say it to my face. But you're going to have to yell it across the parking lot with a football helmet on, because I'll beat the hell up out of you get anywhere near me. I'm going to wait to see what weapon you have on you, like, syringe or chloroform rag or something. He actually told people, we found a way to kidnap her. We made sure it won't get reported to the police. And he was told, well, somebody's going to notice she's not around anymore. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We made it where there would not be a police report filed about a missing person. So it won't go to the news media, and nobody will know. Yeah, we heard that too. Because you take something from me, we take something from you. You get in my privacy, they get in yours. If you don't like that, get out of my privacy. If you don't like that, get the fuck off me. Alright? So the guy was like, kind of like perplexed, like we are. This right here didn't get their attention. Should have. If they were smart, it would have. This is when they should have started trying to figure out how she got that and who got it to her. That same thing with that. That's Fabian's name on that puzzle, not yours. Mr. Perry, you're the butt-in. I got that. They got that to me in jail. Right? Sad depicts the sadness you cause. People don't like feeling certain emotions. Sadness, fear, stress. They don't like being threatened. They don't like being bullied. They don't like fear of losing something they care about. So all of you guys are off on the wrong foot right there. Right there, we got to edge over you, because we're offering to make that stop. We're making all the things stop people don't like that you do. They don't like it when anybody does it. Second on the list, I'm polling crime. People don't like crime. What made you think they'd like yours? Duh. I mean, these are stupid little kindergarten questions that you've been asked, and you just don't get it. I mean, you're just not getting it. Was it up to you when I got that? No, it was not. Was it up to you when I got that? No, it was not. So the guys, like, back when this happened, that's when they should have started really making a concerted effort to find out how she's getting that. Who, how, what, when, how is she getting that? Who's helping her? They didn't. They just ignore it. Keep giving her more and more and more. And that's stacking up. Now they want to know. Which, by the way, the question in and of itself is an admission of guilt of sorts, is it not? We did something illegal. How did she find out? So there's that. He's got Huntington's disease. How did she find out? The longer I'm in my car, the longer I'm broke, the longer Mike's in jail, the more loss you cause to me, the more you invade my privacy, the more we get. And I've said that over and over and over for years. I've said you are going to give it the fuck back and get the hell out, or he'll do it for you. My guy controls the flow of information. Always has. Always will. And he can control that too. It's through the normal legal process. He will do that. Okay? Give it back and get the fuck out of my life. and I never hear from you again. In July 2022, he said she's not to be contacted anymore, she's not to have her privacy invaded anymore, and she's not to be broke anymore and have to ask for money. Cut that the hell out. And you didn't listen. And so we got Geppetto's name right after that. Sanjay's name after that. Right? Lucius's name after that. Those are names of your people. Because everybody's sick and tired of this. You're an imposition and a burden. Everybody just wants to go away. People don't like feeling sad. They don't like feeling scared. They don't like being stressed out. They're watching what you're doing to me and they're horrified. And they don't want you to do it to them too. So, we don't have any problems getting information. You have leaks, we don't. We don't have leaks, Charles. Stop trying to talk to me. I do not give a fuck what you think. Didn't ask you. I said, get out of my phone and my life. Get the hell out of it. So when you do the crime to me, we get more. And it's like you like that. Because it has been that way every day for a decade. And the guy's like, now they want to find out. Now that all this stuff has been, we don't know who has it. We don't know how they got it. We don't know shit. Right? So, we're going to look at this right here. I don't have a lot of time for this tonight. I really... I mean, no other victim has all this. No other victim has all this. What police got this from you to me? How'd they get it? Nobody's trying to help you, Perry. Nobody's going to try to help you ruin my life, and theirs too. Yeah, you need to wake up. That's a witness statement. Take her car away. There's a McNamara email. Get her back to Texas so we can do more to her. Starve her out of Oklahoma if we have to. Hack her, dash her up. The other day, I had 2 phones. I'm running both of them. One of them gets an order, the other one's just still running, waiting for orders to come in. My phones, both of them. Well, if they'll do this completely different things. It's like 2 different accounts. It's not. I only have one Dasher account. I think you only can. When you sign up for DoorDash, you got to submit your driver's license and all this crap paperwork and stuff. I only have one account. There's not really a way to have 2 accounts that I know of. I mean, this one we got bald fat Calvin's name out of this one. Let's starve her, make sure she can't make money DoorDashing and can't find another job where they just pay hourly and then we can't control it. Or waitressing. They'll see, they're just basically doing what this witness said. If I apply for a job where it's like an hourly wage, or it's a set amount, and that's just what it is, they'll make sure I don't get that job. If it's a job that, like, they can hack DoorDash and control how much money I make, because they have their friends call in and order, so they can get me on their doorbell camera and Charles is going to take all those pictures into courtroom and say, see, I've got these pictures of her just doing normal things normal people do, working. I'm not stalking. See, I'm doing this to prove I'm not stalking. He doesn't live in Oklahoma. How does he even know what I do for a living? Or get her to drive down this street where we'll have a cop to pull her over. Yeah, you're caught when you do it to me. Because your other victims don't know that, right? We have a whole album on you want me pulled over. So what he'll do is, if I want to do waitressing, where he can have all his buddies go sit in my section, run my ass off, and not tip me a damn thing, or like he did when I was dancing, rent out the club, run off the paying customers, and send his 5 guys in with the food, the canned food, welfare people that they are, then as long as he can control the money. It's called economic abuse. It's part of domestic violence. And like I said, for that, you'll be charged with witness tampering, coercion. It's called grand larceny with intent to coerce, interference with commerce and contract with intent to coerce, deprivation of food and shelter with intent to coerce. You're trying to make me do something I don't want to do. I fucking can't stand you, and everybody knows it. Where's Jacqueline, your wife? When you chase around people, a woman that doesn't like you, can't stand you. You're a job. I'm good at what I do. So, 6 years in a strip club, not one slip up. I can have a conversation with these guys. They tried it the other night. I'll have a conversation with their people, or someone they asked, can you find out about this, or can you get her talking about that? Can you? And they can. I'll talk about it, but I won't say what you want me to say. I'm really good at what I do. Yep. So, you got all this stuff no one else has. No other victim has all this. And y'all act like you have no fucking idea what it means that there's the viscosity emails. Yeah. And then what's he do? Has a nervous breakdown over viscosity. See? Why the rant about viscosity? Oh, you're talking to my car guy. Yeah. Okay. So, we got all that. Right? There's more here. You're caught on the trafficking, sir. You got all that. All of these right here. These are subject line. These are just the subject line. A list. Look at that. How many pages there are. Of the, like, they'll have a meeting. My guys will get it on the recording, or it's a live feed, and I'll type it up. And so then there's a subject line on that, and then I email it. So just like the McNamara email, it's exactly the same thing. So that's just the subject lines of the emails, and then all the names of their people that we've gotten so far. There are probably more. That's all I'm allowed to say anything about. So, I mean, that's a lot. You don't have that. You don't have one quote from any of our meetings. You don't have one name of anybody helping me. I can't get that by myself. You're just trying to starve me until I lie. You're trying to starve me until I do or say something against my will. So I don't have the resources for that, but our guys do. So you invade my privacy, they invade yours. It's like you like that. If it wasn't, you'd stop. Especially after 10 years of this. Perry has never had a date with me. He will never have a date with me. He's John Hinckley watching TV, pretending he has a love life, using my body against my will to do that. Without my consent, and he's going to pay $1,000 a day, plus $2,000 for doing $2,000 a day for doing it without my consent. Get the fuck out, weirdo. They make fetish clubs. They got a fetish club in Vegas that you can go peep to your heart's content, and it's perfectly legal. You have to pay, though. You're like a freeloader, aren't you? Welfare. Did you grow up on welfare? I think you grew up on welfare. You think everybody's just supposed to hand you something. And so the pullovers, I mean, right here. Well, that's about taking my car, wrecking it. See, that's the other thing that you guys get recorded talking about all the time. We can't have her hunkering down. Then she's not out driving, so we can't have it wrecked or have her pulled over and it's towed. Because we want to intentionally, maliciously make that happen. We are doing things every day to try to maliciously and intentionally make that happen. And we know that. I'm saying it before you did it, not after. Right? Yeah, y'all aren't all there. It's unbelievable. How stupid. I mean, absolutely stupid. Nope, I gotta find that. There it is. Tons about getting me pulled over, having me pulled over. Taking my taillight out to have me pulled over. My guys call me about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I usually slept till about 3. When you leave your house, you just leave. You don't check your lights. They wake me up. Go check your lights. He had your lights taken out to have you pulled over. So go check it. So I had to go check it. Sure shit. The light was out. I had to go get Napa to change it. So I mean, look at all this. I mean, y'all are pathetic. When Perry contacted me or tried to cause a harm to me, we get one of these. You take my money, we get one of these. Yep, because you'll piss everybody off. And I guess somebody said, I can see why some of these guys are leaking. She's their Katniss. They're all sick of it too. And she's like their Katniss. Fighting President Snow. What you guys like poisoning people? The preferred weapon of a snake is poison. Right? Isn't that what they said in the Hunger Games? And so to make me feel better for not being able to take a bath every day, my guy's like, did you see Katniss taking a bath when she's in the Hunger Games? And I'm like, no. Okay, well, suck it up, Buttercup. You're in a Hunger Game. She didn't take a bath. You didn't you'll get your bath. It just toughen up. So anyway, Anyways, first time in my life I haven't been able to take a bath every day and I'm sleeping in my car. Never in my whole life have I done that. But Mr. Perry told people he's going to do it, and then he did it. So we got another I told you so. And he's going to have another charge. And he's calling all over the place trying to figure out how we got that before he did it, not after. Yeah. And everybody's like, wow, okay, well, we're not going to help you kill her or hurt her. Why would we do that? Yeah, so you're not getting anywhere with that, are you? Anyways, so we got all, I mean, this one just goes back to 2019. It's not legal, but I'm going to have her car towed and sold before she figures that out. And you've talked about it every day. We can't have her honkering down. Here's the thing that somebody else said. These people are stupid because they want me to find out who's getting her the information before, like this. Who's getting her that kind of crap? And how? So, one way would be who she's interacting with, which she wanted to write after she quit dancing. First of all, they ran her money off, so she quit dancing. So now I can't go into the club and talk to her and see if I can't outsting off her and get something out of her, get her to slip up or something. I can't do it now because they fucked that up. And then she wants to write, so then she'd be writing at home by herself. Her interactions would be fairly limited, and but they didn't do that either. They don't want her to honk her down. They want her out door dashing, so they can have her pulled over or have somebody wreck her car. And so now she's in and out of all kinds of restaurants all over town, taking the food to his people because he's hacked her Dasher app and getting around an algorithm that chooses Dashers randomly, so his people get it. So she's talking to people that they've called. And how am I supposed to pinpoint where the communications are happening? I can't do it. So I don't know what the hell they expect. And that's why they're in the situation they're in. They should have looked into it at the McNamara email level, not now, after they have all this stuff. Look how much they've got. Look how much, we don't even know who all has it. Who all's heard it already. So when I told you, I'm not to be broke anymore. You're not to invade my privacy anymore. You're not to contact me again, motherfucker. Every time you do, I fucking hate it. It's disgusting. You disgust me. So we get more. Because you piss us all off. I didn't say that. I don't care what you think. You know what I said? Leave me the fuck alone. Fuck off, weirdo. Fuck the hell off. You do it anyway. And you know what's going to happen when you do it, and you do it anyway. So we think y'all just like getting caught. I didn't pick half of y'all I've never even met. I don't know you. I don't know you from Adam. And yet you're trying to ruin me and make me leave Oklahoma. Well, when you do that, we get this. Just so you know, that's the result, a direct result of you trying to make me leave Oklahoma. Because I came here to get away from a fight and drama. I fucking hate drama. If you're a businessman, you're busy, you're out working. And if you're out busy and out working, then you have something interesting to talk to a woman about that might make her like you. Okay? I already know what I did all day, Princess Cuckoo Bird. Fuck you. Go get a life. Get off your lazy fat ass. Stop perverting around and get a life. And get out of mine. And as much as we have here, no one understands why you think you have a choice. It speaks to the delusion problem you're having with your Huntington's disease. I mean, it just does. So I guess that was one part of the thing we got in today was somebody asking that question. What you want to get in? You want to find him now? What about here before they got all this stuff? This should have alarmed the shit out of you, and y'all just ignored it, acted like it wasn't a big deal. Now it's snowballed on them, and now they're calling everybody. Oh, please help us find these people. We don't have leaks. You do. I didn't slip up. I don't slip up. If I let something out and you think you got something, I promise you I'm fucking with you. And I'm going to use it against you in a court of law. Whatever your response is to what you think you got. I've done it for years. There's a guy that gets me here and he'll tell you, you gotta be careful because you'll think she gave you something or she slipped up. And that is not what happened. She's going to watch you react. They'll know exactly how you're going to react. And then they're going to use that against you in court. Or she's just fucking with you. But I promise you, You're going to think you got something, you're going to get all excited, and you come to find out it's going to be shit, nothing. Right? So, what's that Dickie that says that? I don't know who the guy is that gets me. But he's told him, be careful when you think she slipped up. Watch out, because, don't get all, oh, I got something. Because she'll fuck with you, and you won't even realize, really, that's what she's doing. This is the guy that followed me everywhere. And so I'm talking to a cop, and I said, did you see this guy? Yeah, he's here. He's here. He's here. This was in October. Then there's one in March. Okay, I'm at my house. This was my apartment complex. I'm supposed to be there. I have a legitimate reason to be at that location. He did not. This was at a quick trip. I was out door dashing. I pull in to get gas. Here he comes through the parking lot. He'll just drive through the parking lot and then leave. When he came to my apartments, I walked to the quick trip, just right in front of the apartments, and he'd followed me back and forth. It was creepy as fuck. I'm trying to get his plate there. You can tell that's when he first kind of started doing this. So I'm trying to get his plate, and I couldn't get, I'm trying fumbling with my phone, and as you can see, you couldn't get a completely clear picture. You can tell though that it's a wannabe cop car. Then there's this one, where he's shows up at the quick trip at Memorial and 81st, just driving through the parking lot. So if he's just driving through the parking lot, he didn't have a legit reason to be there. I did. So if they've hacked my DoorDash app, they know where I am to tell him where to go. Yep. Or my phone, just my phone. And then this one was Friday. It was a DoorDash pickup at Whataburger on 41st between Sheridan and Yale. So I have a legit reason to be at that location. I'm picking up a DoorDash order. I'm working, doing normal things normal people do. Not bothering anybody at all. Here he came and he bothered me. And now we got Charlie Queen. That is funny as hell. Charlie Queen. 5037. I'll ask a cop. What is this? Who is this guy? Yeah, it says police right there. Is this bitch a cop or what? I don't know. It says police right there. He's impersonating a police officer. And he goes, I'm going to check. He checks, he comes back, and he goes, I can't tell you much, but I can tell you he is not law enforcement. I said, okay, thank you. So we confirmed that. He couldn't give me, like, the guy's name and address or something, because I think that people would be afraid. A reasonable, prudent person would see the risk of me if I go over there and beat him up or something. It's asking for. I wouldn't, but some people would. That's asking for trouble. So he was not able to give me any information. Our guys got it, but there's certain things that I can't divulge about what our guys have, and this is happening locally. I'm going to deal with the local somebody on it. Okay, the local somebody's going to have to, at some point, answer for what you did. Are you a finger paint cop? Are you a Batman? I mean, what are you? That's up to you. You tell us. And you know how we are. We're not slowing down for you. You have to keep up with us. I'm not a cop, but I'm something. So, here's the one. It shows the two. Okay, so you got two different fucking things happening with my DoorDash apps. I filmed them. You can see I had both phones filming at the same time, so you can see the date stamp on it. And you can see two phones are doing completely different things. Why is that? Oh, maybe a hacker? Oh, maybe that's it. Yep. Stalkers are using new technology to stalk. And that's, why wouldn't they? Creepsters can't get a real love life, so they gotta pretend. And, so, my point is that it's the same thing. I'm repeating myself again. My guy said, I'm controlling the flow of information. I always have. You're going to give it back and get out, or I'll do it for you through the normal legal process. Then I control that too. Mr. Perry, nobody's going to help you. Nobody ever has. And you bothering me just pisses me off. So you can go act like a normal person and function normally and do normal things normal people do. Or keep giving us more of this. I mean, you choose. When you bother me, the longer I'm broke, the longer Mike's in jail, the more you invade my privacy, the more we get. Been that way since this email right here. Every fucking day. Ask the Muffin Man. Ask Lucius. Ask Geppetto. Ask Sanjay. Ask Calvin. Ask Beverly. Ask Kate. Ask Monique. I mean, you have leaks, we don't. The people are sick of y'all. Normal people don't like to feel scared and sad and watch you make me suffer and worried you'll do the same to them. Nobody's gonna tell you shit. They haven't, they won't, you put yourself in this hole. You said, here's your shovel, dig away. And you did. And now that's your fault. And everybody's sick and tired of having to deal with it. We all have stuff to do. We're all working. I go to school. I've certainly never been this broke in my life, ever. The other thing the judge is very pissed off about is he said this Facebook page right here is the only one on the planet. Nobody's commenting. There should be debate going back and forth about Michael's innocence or not, or Charles's or not, and there's just nothing. So what's he doing? So our guys did some digging and told him. Same thing with my personal Facebook page. You can scroll back on my first personal Facebook page and see all kinds of comments from my friends and conversations and all this stuff. And then all of a sudden it just stops when Charles comes around. Okay, so he had them look into that too. So you're going to have to answer for that in your criminal case as well. All right? You need to butt out. Nobody invited you here. You're just exactly that right there. Just a little butt in. Always a wannabe, never wanted. Just pathetic. Making everybody sick and tired of having to deal with the sadness and this fear you cause, all of you. So, what is that I said? Proverbs 17:11, a man's kindness brings blessings. We can get information like that. And his cruelty will be his downfall. And no one will tell you guys fuck. How much money have you spent trying to figure that out? And that guy was like, had they realized how serious this matter was back here, maybe you could do something. But they've gotten so much more since then. Now they want to know. And now it's too fucking late. And I've said that. Our guys will help you, Mr. Perry. I'm not going to help you. I fucking hate your guts. The guys will help you. They'll be in touch. After I have my money back and you're out of my life. Completely out of it and have my privacy back. Only then will they help you. And he said he's drugged this on so much, there's very little I can do. And it's about to be too fucking late. And then we all go to Caesars and finally, don't have to deal with this crap, this cancer that's oozing pus and smelly gick, killing everything around it. We don't have to deal with that ever again. So there's that. I mean, I don't have time for this much tonight, but apparently there was an argument over whose fault, he said, he came up here and said he was the golden boy of West Texas, and we all believed him. Now he's the one with the medical diagnosis of mental illness and can't think straight and can't add 2 and 2 and and she's done all this work, and, that's a problem. And I'm not going to get into all the guys said. Some of it was funny, but they had a fight, blaming, it was your fault, no, it's your fault, and I think it's this, I think she's with this, because she can, I can't sting up like she can. She can sting up, something, yeah. So y'all all run around trying to figure it out. Here's the main thing. Leave me the fuck alone. Nobody's bothering you. You're getting caught bothering me. And you like it. You have to. If you didn't, you'd stop. Because it's different when you do it to me. And that's what the guy said. Right here, everything for them changed. Right here. Not last week. Not the week before. Not after my Chief Miller's death. It changed here. And they didn't get that. Now they want to fix it. It's too fucking late. Who has all this information? Look how much more they have. So there's that. Alright, see how she's trying to reason with him and tell him, if you don't like me taking pictures of you, why would I like you taking pictures of me? Please stop it and my family. And like I said, the best way a stalker can prove they're not stalking is take a whole lot of pictures of the victim, right? Where they are. Yeah, that's what Mr. Perry's idea of a hillbilly cover-up is. I'm going to take pictures of her wherever she goes so I can prove I'm not stalking her in Oklahoma where she lives and I don't. Stupid. That's what he says. You mean I got the pictures I have of you? See, he's not getting what she said. He doesn't understand what she's saying. Doesn't understand the point she's trying to make. Then he starts threatening to get her. Well, I get that too, every day. Today. I'm going to make you struggle, always. You're always going to struggle. You're about to go to jail. Let me ask you again when that happens. Okay? You want to threaten me? Do it to my face, princess. Take your little dress off. put your little dolly down, put a football helmet on, and come screaming at me across the parking lot, okay?
You feel? You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you
Is that the
feel?
one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
Scratches?
You want?
I got
I
scratches.
can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of it.
Hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I don't
gonna
give a fuck. You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're
You
gonna
can bring
Is
the
that
whole
a
fucking
threat?
army. I don't give a fuck.
How does this make you feel? You're filming my father and my...
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her. You need to leave her alone. And this is bacon.
That's okay.
Alright, so when you guys sit around and have a little meeting and decide what I'm gonna do without even asking me, I don't know you guys. You don't make those kind of decisions. I want you to look back at every time we quoted you because you did shit like that to me. Remind yourself this is not up to you. Just straight up. When you fuck with me, we get more. If you don't like us getting more, stop fucking with me. Period.